So Blender version 4.5 was just recently released, so if you'd like to check out all the new features, then I'll have a link to the page on Blender's website where you can learn about the new features. But a really cool new feature within the shader nodes is that you can add panels to the shader node groups. And this is very useful because if you're a regular viewer of my channel, then you know that I create many procedural material videos. So this is my ultimate Blender procedural material pack. If you're interested in purchasing all my materials, I'll have a link to this product in the description. And what I'm going to do is jump over to my metal category, and I'm going to add in one of my metal materials. Now to use Blender's new panel feature, you'll need to create a node group of your procedural material. And then what I'm going to do is hit the tab key to go into the node group. And so here is the custom node group. Now you can see outside of the node group, there's a lot of different settings. So you might want to join them together into panels, which you can open up so it's a little bit more compact and easier to see all the different settings. So if I hit the tab key to go into the node group, I'll hit the N key to open up the side panel, and I want to click here on the group tab. So if I just open this up, let's just make this bigger, here are all the different custom settings. So for example, I could make a group for all of the colors. So what I can do is click on the plus here, and I can click on panel. And if you scroll down to the very bottom here or open this up, you can see there is a new panel here. So I could double click on this to rename it, and I could call it colors. And so you can see there's also a little arrow to open and close it. So now what I could do is I could drop the metal color and the rust color and the damaged color and the edge color. I could drop those all into the color here. And then if I hit tab to go outside the node group, you can now see that there's this color tab here, or this panel, so I can minimize it to keep the node group smaller. But then if I just open this up, I have these customizable values, so I can change like that edge color, maybe make it a little bit red to make it look like there's some rust. I could also change the damage color, maybe make it a little bit brighter. So this is really useful for making your node groups even more customizable. I could also hit tab to go back into the node group, and I can add some more settings. So for example, there is the different bump strengths. So I can click on the plus here, I can add a new panel, and then I can drag the colors panel and drop it above the new panel. So let's double click on this to rename it, and I can call it bump. So then I can add like the metal bump strength, the rust, and the damage bump strength, the bump there. And one thing that I really wish the panels feature had is a way to drag the panels up here above the other values, but you can see the panels are always at the bottom. So I can reorder each panel, but the panels are always at the very end of the node group. So that would be a useful feature. Maybe they'll add that in a future update, that I can drag these panels above some of these other customizable values. Now, if I go outside the node group by hitting tab, you can see that the bump panel is actually inside the colors panel. So I don't really want that. I want to have the colors panel and the bump panel separate. So if I hit tab to go back into the node group, I'm going to drag the bump here and then let go to drop it up here. And then I want the colors panel above the bump. So I'm going to drag it here and drop it up there. So if I now hit tab to go outside the node group, we have the colors panel and the bump panel. So this way the node group is a lot more compact, but I can just open up the bump, and then I control like the amount of damage, the amount of rust bump, and also the metal bump. So this is a very useful feature for creating your own custom node groups. And if you do want to learn how to create procedural materials in Blender, then definitely check out my Blender procedural material tutorial playlist, where I show you how to create many procedural materials. And you can also check out my ultimate Blender procedural material pack if you'd like to purchase all of my procedural materials. So I hope you found this helpful, and thank you for watching.